Hi, my name is Erica, and I am a Funko addict. Woo! Hey guys, okay, so after researching and a lot of note-taking, I think I've put together a useful guide on how to become a pop collector. Before we begin, the best advice I can give you as a collector is collect what you want, collect what you like. If you're just getting into it for the value and to flip, this is probably not the right thing to get into. Before you start collecting, you need to know what you are collecting. What are you wanting to collect? You need to do some research and look up what you like. The best place to start is the PPG Price Pops Guide. Fair warning, do not let these prices scare you off. We will talk about finding the best price towards the end of the video. So go ahead and create an account. It's free. The link is in the description below. Once you make an account, just start searching for some series that you may be interested in. Search for some characters, TV shows, movies, anything that you may be interested in. For example, I'm into Stranger Things pops. Therefore, I'm going to search Stranger Things in the search box and press go. It should come up with pops that have to do with Stranger Things, and I recommend adding whatever you wish to have to your wish list. It'll make it easier to keep track. You need to collect what you love. Start with just one pop and go from there. You don't want to commit to buying 1,000 pops on your first day. It will become an addiction, so buying one will turn into 2, then 3, then so on. For me, it started with Harley Quinn, then turned into Stranger Things because it's my favorite TV show. Some people start by collecting random pops, others start by collecting series like Star Wars or Stranger Things. You want to try to collect pops that you like and inspire you. Do not collect because of value. These pops can become Beanie Babies at any time. The next step is to determine if you will become an in-box collector or out-of-box collector. There are pros and cons to each, but it all comes down to personal preference. Regardless of which one you choose, always keep the box safe and away from anywhere it could be damaged. Keeping the box helps with the value even if you're just collecting it for yourself, plus it's good to have if you need it or ever decide to sell it. When you collect in-box pops, you're looking more at the box itself when you're purchasing. You want to inspect every box for damage, creases, or messed up corners. You can be more lenient on the paint job of the actual pop itself, and the bonus is that it's stackable. Out-of-box pops can be displayed alone or in front of their boxes. When purchasing, you have to look at the actual pop and the paint job. You have to look for any imperfections. Now you need to look around and find a space for them. If you have limited space to display, you may need to consider keeping your collection to a minimum until finding more space. This isn't a race on who can get the most Funko Pops, so pace yourself. If you notice that you are buying more and more pops a week, start to place a limit on yourself. Pops are an addiction. I don't care how crazy you think I sound right now. Ask any collector. It can get out of hand quickly. Make sure you are paying your bills first and taking care of your responsibilities. The average pop can cost $10 and that can add up quickly. Now you can decide where you'd like to buy your pops from, whether that be in a store or online. Again, it all comes down to personal preference. When buying in store, you can actually see what you're buying. You can check for flaws and even check for pops that you didn't even know you wanted. Target usually has pops for $8.99. They usually have a good selection and it's located in the entertainment center. But also check out the toy section. Some get placed with the toys that are the same series. Also, Walmart has pops for $8.78. I haven't personally had good luck with Walmart. They do have a lot of commons on the shelf, and it's also located in the toy section. A lot of the boxes are damaged. Hot Topic, on the other hand, has pops for $12.50. They usually have a great selection, but they do have a deal that's a 3 for $27 deal. So you end up paying about $9 each. GameStop ranges from $8.88 to $11.99, depending on the pop. They usually carry a bunch of Comic-Con exclusives. Barnes & Noble's pops are usually $9.99, and they usually have a good selection also. Michael's is going to start receiving pops, and they have them listed for $12.99, but they do offer a 50% off coupon, so you'll get them for about $6.50. Also, stores like Walgreens, Best Buy, FYE, Box Lunch, and even 7-Eleven carry these pops. Most stores do have sales regularly, so always keep an eye out for that. Whenever we go pop hunting, we always make a plan. We have a list of stores we'd like to check out and the hours they are open. We then plan our trip accordingly to make sure that we don't miss an opportunity and save the most gas. The key is to giving yourself time to breathe in each store. Also hit up some comic stores or mom and pop shops, not just major retailers. And always look for chases. Make sure to move the pops around to see if you can see if any of them are chases. Talk to the employees. Ask if there's anything in the bag that hasn't been put out yet. Make a good relationship with them. Along with the pros of shopping in store, there comes some cons. You're going to compete with flippers and employees that buy out the back, meaning the product never hits the store floor. Also, exclusives and chases sometimes tend to cost more at some retailers. Going store to store can be time-consuming and frustrating, but most times the thrill of the hunt outweighs these. Buying in-store is not the only way to get a pop. You can always check online to see if a pop is for sale. You can compare prices against other retailers. You also may be able to find bundled deals and get more pops for a lesser cost. Some sellers even offer pre-sales. The only downside to that is the fact that they could cancel your order. When buying online, you also have to watch out for scams. The best way to prevent a scam is to use PayPal. Just make sure when you are checking out, you use goods and services and not friends and family. PayPal is a free service and only requires a bank account. As long as you use goods and services, you are protected. Before you purchase, you can also have the seller send you pictures. Request a picture with a note card with your name and the date on it before committing to buy. If the seller doesn't have time for this, or for some reason can't, go ahead and walk away. Most legit sellers would not mind sending extra photos. If you find yourself in a scam and you did use PayPal for goods and services, call PayPal and explain to them what happened. They will give the seller 10 days to respond with a tracking number. If they fail to provide it or give a fake number, they will refund your money. If you are purchasing from Facebook Marketplace, most Funko groups have a list of scammers. Just ask an admin about someone if you feel like they may be a scammer. Also, if it seems too good to be true, it most likely is. When shopping online, you also risk shipping damage. Some websites don't offer refunds or returns for damaged items. I do know for Hot Topic, if you order online, they suggest that you use a credit card. When you do, they can accept returns and exchanges in store. If you use PayPal, they have to go through customer service, and that may become a nightmare. Also, beware of Amazon shipping. I've heard a few horror stories with that as well. When it comes to store exclusives, you may be able to get it on the store's website, but you have to be fast. Most sell out within a few moments of posting it for sale on their website. When purchasing on eBay, you also have to look out for fake pops. They usually come from overseas, but the best way to check is to look at the box itself and compare it to the actual pop. Whether that be a picture of the box online or a physical copy of it. Some fake pops don't actually have the name of the series or Funko on them. Also, you can look at the feet of the pop. There should be a Funko symbol stamped on it somewhere. The best advice for online buyers is to get involved with the community. Build relationships with people. Collectors will help you out, especially in trades, information, and everything else. Now, before you go running out into the world, determined to find the pops that you are looking for, I suggest you download the Covelty app. Yes, you have a PPG account, but Covelty is a bit different. First off, I'll start by saying I don't personally use Covelty as a price guide. It's more of a want list and my collection list. It's easy to view and quick to update. I usually add pops to it as I'm on the go and then add them later to PPG. You always want to keep whatever tracker you're using up to date. Now that you know how to get pops, you need to learn the basic vocabulary. And that includes common, vaulted, chase, exclusive, shared exclusive, and grail. The common pop can be found at most retailers. It's not a store exclusive, and it's usually not worth a lot until vaulted. A vaulted or retired pop is a pop that isn't made anymore. It may become high in value, but they don't always end up like that. Some vaulted pops are discontinued due to low sales, and some are being reproduced now. Always look them up before assuming they are high in value. A chase pop is an extremely rare variant of a pop. The best way to find a chase is to just keep looking. There is no magic. You can look at locations that are out of the way, that don't get a lot of visitors, to increase your odds, along with coming as soon as they stock the shelves. Most chases are not store exclusives, but there are some exceptions. You then have exclusive pops. Exclusives are pops that are exclusive to a specific store, website, or convention. You also have PX Previews exclusives, which are exclusives to all comic shops that are diamond distributors. They are the same thing as Hot Topic pre-exclusives. They are early releases sent to comic stores before other retailers. This is an example of a Hot Topic pre-release exclusive. You can see the sticker on it. It says Hot Topic exclusive pre-release. It just means that this was released to Hot Topic first, but may be available elsewhere. Then you have shared exclusives. A Comic-Con exclusive pop is released to a convention, but then it's also released to a store with a different sticker. A Comic-Con will get a certain number of exclusive, usually San Diego Comic-Con, and the rest will be shipped out to a certain store. Example, the Billy and Karen Wheeler Comic-Con pop and the Barnes & Noble. This one was also a Comic-Con exclusive and at the local GameStop. Also, you can find Josie, which was a Comic-Con and a Hot Topic exclusive. You can see the sticker here. It will not be the same sticker, but it will be the same pop. Make sure you get these as soon as they hit the shelves because they usually sell out fast. Call ahead of time to see if they have the pop you're looking for. You can also visit a GameStop and they will tell you if they have the pop, or if not, if a nearby location does. If not, they can easily call and find one and get it shipped to the store for you. The sticker does affect the value of the pop. Usually pops with the Comic-Con sticker on them are more valuable than the ones with the stickers bought at the shared location. Then you have the Grail. The Grail is a pop that you want, but is very difficult to find or very expensive. Most collectors have one or two in mind. It's not just high in value, it's something that you really want and value personally. Okay, so you've purchased your first pop. The best thing for you to do now is to invest in a pop protector. A pop protector is just a clear box that protects your pop. You need to treat your pop as if it was an investment, even if you're just collecting for fun. You really need to think long-term with your pops. Boxes may suffer wear and possible discoloration over time. You can get soft protectors or hard protectors called stacks. Stacks are usually $8 a piece, but are UV protective. They are stackable and won't cause any damage to the box. People usually put their grails in these. When purchasing any protector, make sure it is acid-free. You don't want any box fading or damage. Also, make sure the protector is UV protective. Also, don't place your pop in front of a window. Whether it's in the box or out of it, it will fade. They also have protectors for out-of-box pops, fairly cheap on eBay and Amazon. Now that you've already chosen on whether to collect your pops in the box or out, I can tell you a few ways to display them. First, the cheapest way is to head on over to your closest hardware store, whether that be Lowe's or Home Depot. You're going to need to measure how long you need your shelves and purchase wood. 1 inch by 6 inch by however long your shelf needs to be is great for in-box displays. 1 inch by 2 inch by however long your shelf needs to be is great for out-of-box displays. It's cost efficient and still looks good. Just connect it to the wall with L brackets. Another way is to purchase black shelves from Walmart. They are about $25 each and fit about 6 pops across perfectly. Be careful though. Cheap shelves mean cheap wood. They can handle pops, but I wouldn't trust them with much more. For out-of-box pops, you can purchase a baseball bat display case. It'll fit anywhere from 12 to 15 pops and may be easy to customize with a backdrop or some string lights. You can get them from Michael's, but never pay full price for it. They usually always have a coupon or a sale. You can also use detolf cabinets from IKEA. They are a bit pricey, but they look amazing. They are $69, which is fairly cheap for a glass display. You can display out-of-box pops using resin or wooden risers. Now to talk to you about how I find the best deal possible. It's time-consuming, but usually pays off. I have a spreadsheet that I go by. I fill out every column until I believe I have the best deal. I start by checking eBay and Amazon, then I get the price off of the PPG. Then the hunt is on. I scan every city 100 miles apart, searching for the pop in the marketplace on Facebook. I write down every pop that comes across as a good deal. Don't write down just one, try writing multiples down. You never know when the one that you wanted is going to be sold before you message them. Write the name, city, and price, including shipping. Once you've completed the map, you can search the city where you saw the post, search for the pop, and contact the person about purchasing. Remember to ask for photos and use PayPal goods and services for purchase. I usually like to stop by a Second and Charles or Manifest before purchasing also, just to make sure I'm getting the best deal. Be patient and don't jump the gun. If you don't see a price you want to pay, don't rush it. Be patient and wait for the right deal to come along. Remember, this is a hobby. It's supposed to be fun, so don't let it stress you. I'm just super OCD and like to be organized. You're going to lose some and you're going to win some. Don't get upset if you missed out on something. Accept the fact that you cannot have it all. Pop hunters will always be looking for something from commons to grails, so offer some unwanted pops for trade. Pop addiction is real, so don't lose sight of responsibility and pace yourself. Well, there you have it. Everything I've learned from everyone else about collecting pops, plus my personal experience. Remember to pace yourself. I didn't get my collection overnight, and neither did any other collector. It's a huge game of waiting. I know it's an addiction. You're going to find that out soon enough. Funko was created by addicts like us. They made the characters that inspired them, just like we search for the characters that inspire us. Funko's goal is to make you smile. Every time I buy a pop, I smile. So as long as they keep doing what they're doing, they're always going to be collectors and always be beginners. I hope this helps. Good luck and happy popping. Woo!